After having nabbed my first Pokemon Pocket badge, I'm on to the second gym, the Evergreen Gym. There's no cool gym leader message this time, just as always, do your best and have fun. Pretty nice. Now, their ace Pokemon is Decidueye, so I need to beat some kind of deck with Decidueye in it in order to get my second badge in the Pokemon Pocket Pokemon League. Remember the rules I set for myself doing this. I have to use a gimmick deck. I can't use like a meta Giratina Darkrai deck. So let me show you what I'm thinking to beat Decidueye. And for those of you who put some ideas in the comments during the last video, well, let's see who thinks with the same brain cell that I do. Okay, so I wanted to have the most fun possible. I decided to make my own version of the Macargo deck. And this thing is insane, by the way. I'm running 2 copies of Rescue Scarf, so that technically I could terrorize my opponent by giving them 3 Macargos if I'm able to time it just right. I've also got 2 Team Rockets, so I can take away their energy, 2 Silvers, so that I can take away their supporter cards, a red card. Like, this is the trolliest version of Macargo possible. I even threw in an Iono, just to make it more likely that I will actually draw the Macargo that I need. The reason I decided on a Macargo deck is not just for the super effective fire typing, though that was part of it. For a Decidueye deck, usually it will take a few turns to build up and evolve a bunch of Pokemon, putting a bunch of Pokemon on the bench. And it'll be able to heal single target damage with like Erica and Lily. But I'll be damaging all of the Pokemon. I'll be damaging all of the Pokemon. I'll be taking away their energy. I'll be messing with their hand. I'll be slowing them down. So I can slow down the evolutions, damage everything on the bench, and pick up some KOs before they can touch me. And with Cape, I can increase the health of Macargo so that it can survive a hit from Decidueye. The best part is, Decidueye likes to attack the bench. I'm not gonna have anything on my bench. Macargo will almost always just have 1 card on the field at a time until you're ready to bring up the next Macargo and sacrifice the one in front. So it's a perfect counter to Decidueye in every way, in theory. Let's see how I actually do. Again, the link to the Discord on how to join this league is in the description. I don't run it, by the way, I just joined it for fun. So I can't, but I'm having a lot of fun with it, and everyone's been really nice so far. Okay, so I start Slugma, because of course I do. I'm guaranteed to start Slugma, one of the great things about this deck. And they start Rowlet. And I'm like, alright, let's mess with them right away. Let's play Silver, delete their Professor Oak. They've got Decidueye in hand, so Rare Candy's coming. I gotta watch that. I gotta be a little careful there. Also, I'm going first, which isn't great. They get first energy. But that's okay. It's okay. I'll end my turn. I got plenty of time. Plenty of time to evolve to Macargo. Plenty of time. We're good. We're good. They throw the Pokeball. I knew they had that because Silver lets me look at their hand, right? So I know exactly what they have, right? They as long as they don't draw Rare Candy, I'm good. They have Leaf Cape. That's a little annoying because it means Slugma would take more hits to defeat the Rowlet, right? Because Slugma would do 40 damage with super effective. But that's okay. That's okay. We're fine. We're fine. So I'm deciding whether or not I should attack with Slugma or just evolve. First, I play Team Rocket Grunt. I'm like, I don't need Professor Oak. I don't need Professor Oak. Let's just get rid of their energy, just in case they evolve, right? We get rid of their energy. It's amazing. No Professor Oak for you. No energy for you. I'm taking away all of their stuff. They're just not allowed to play the game. And I decide to evolve. The reason I evolved, instead of attacking, was because I was thinking, well, if they put another Pokemon on the bench, it doesn't matter if I attack. I'm not going to knock them out with Slugma. If they don't put another Pokemon on the bench, I win next turn. So evolving is the best decision in either situation. You kind of got to make calculations like that if you want to get really good at Pokemon Pocket. So not attacking was the better move. I didn't attack, I evolved instead. And then I would be safe if they red carded me, right? My Cargo would still be there. Now I'm like, well, should I go for another rocket? Yeah, we're gonna go for another one. This time I flip tails. That's fair. You know, the coin will flip tails sometimes. I put a cape on Macargo to try to protect it from Decidueye. If I can, just make it a little tankier. And I play Pokeball because I might as well. Right, I might as well. I get Slugma. I'm not going to put it on the bench, though, or else I risk hitting my own Slugma. I'm just going to go for Fire Spurt here, right? Do tons of damage. Boom! 150 damage to the backline Formosa. I wish I had hit the Rowlet, but that's still pretty good. It's a prize point for me. Really scary. Macargo's online. And as long as they don't draw Rare Candy, there's nothing that can stop me. Ooh, Professor Oak. Well, that's a little scary. Okay, they just got another Rowlet. No Rare Candy, right? No Rare Candy, right? Yeah. Another Rowlet, another Leaf Cape. That's okay. That's okay. I can survive this. I can survive this. They do a little bit of damage to me, just trying to chip me down, get me in, get me into Decidueye range. At this point, I might as well play Professor Oak. I got two of them. I got two of them. But I can't play that Poké Center Lady right now since I played Oak, unfortunately. So I'm like, should I put Slugma on the bench? I might hit my own Slugma. Should I put it on the bench? And I'm doing like calcs in my head, like, well, the odds of hitting the Slugma versus the odds of them not drawing Rare Candy next turn versus the odds of them being able to KO me, and I'm thinking about all this stuff, I'm calculating all this stuff. I decide to just attack. I'm just going to attack. Massive damage to the one in front, massive damage to the one in back, huge damage, they're devastated. Even if they got Decidueye right now, I'm not sure if Decidueye I think Decidueye does 80 and 100, right? So I would live with 10 health even if they got it right now. Yeah, they just surrender. Nothing they could do. Nothing they could do. Clean Macargo sweep. That's 1 out of 2. That's 1 out of 2. I need 2 wins in order to beat this person. Remember, it's a best of 3. So what happens in game 2? Do I get lucky again in game 2? Now, I actually tested this deck in Ultra Ball 4. Actually, I actually ran this in Ultra Ball 4. And it had like an 80% win rate. Not against Decidueyes. Against regular people in Ultra Ball 4. So I was like, this deck is good. I'm probably going to win this. Alright, so they start Formosa. I get to go second this time, which is amazing. That means I'll get the first energy. That's really nice. But I don't have a Macargo in my hand. That's spooking me a little bit. I kind of want that, Macargo in my hand so I know I can evolve right away. Because if I can't evolve, I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm in a lot of trouble if I can't evolve. I get my double team rocket again, but I'm going second this time. I can't really play it. So I'm just like, what do I do? I start by tossing Pokeball. I figure if that's one more card that's not Macargo that I can draw out of my deck, right? Make it more likely that I'll draw Macargo next turn. Just one card more likely. That's why I did that. And then I go for Flare. I go for Flare, just trying to do what I can. It did some great damage. Formosa's down to half health. That's really nice. They put the cape on the Rowlet in the back because they really want the Decidueye, right? And remember I said earlier, part of the reason I picked this deck, no, I got Marsed. Maybe it'll give me Macargo. Macargo? 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 That's not Macargo. One of the reasons I picked this deck is because it doesn't have bench Pokemon. So Formosa has got no bench target, so it's doing way less damage. I play Professor Oak here. I really want Macargo. Dang it! And I'm just not getting it. And I decide not to play stuff like Silver. I don't play anything fancy here. My thinking is I might be forced to use Iono. So I want as many cards in my hand as possible to give me the best chance that Iono will draw Macargo. When you're playing a deck like this that has a lot of luck in it, the way you consistently win, the way you defeat bad luck, is to give yourself the best possible chance. So I'm not playing a lot of cards that I could play to give myself the best chance of getting Macargo next turn. Alright, they're just powering up energy in the back. That's a little scary. I'm a little worried about Decidueye possibly coming out. So I'm like, okay, I gotta make a play. I have two choices. Either I go for Rescue Scarf, Double Slug, and just keep attacking with a Slug, or I play Iono right now and try to draw Macargo. I think about it and I decide, I'm going to play Iono. I want lots of cards in my hand, so I get tons of chances to draw. There it is. I got 2 of them. Perfect. And that's not luck, that's just math. It's very good odds that that was going to happen. I put the cape on Macargo, once again, trying to insulate myself against the 100 damage, Decidueye attack. I go for Spurt Fire. And just knock out both Pokemon. 2-0, easiest sweep of my life. Macargo is amazing to use against Decidueye decks. It's good in ranked. To play this in ranked, it's so good in ranked. I'm afraid of how good this was in ranked. So as you can see on the screen, I now have 2 badges, the Astral badge and the Evergreen badge, both using fun and gimmicky decks. Next up, I'm going to be fighting the toughest gym leader of my life, the Steel Spire Gym. This gym is using Solgaleo, which is actually a meta deck. Can I beat a meta deck without using a meta deck? I don't know. Let me know what you think I should use against Solgaleo down in the comments. And don't say Macargo, although this would be great against Solgaleo. It's too easy. I feel like it's too easy. I want to use something different, something that's more of a challenge for the next video. So we're not going to use this. But let me know what you think down in the comments. I've got 2 badges, and I'll catch you later.